This video is brought to you by The Deadly Path, the unique fast-paced building management in roguelike RTS. Stick around to the end to find out more. This week in Unpacked, Bungie is finally ready to give us a look at their next big game, Marathon. The rumor mill on Titanfall 3 is back in full swing, and Blue Prince has come out of nowhere to be the highest rated game of 2025 so far, and one of the highest rated potentially ever. This Saturday, we will finally be getting our first look at Bungie's big new game, Marathon. A very confusing and interesting ARG campaign was run over the last week, which led fans on a race to unlock the release date for the first gameplay reveal trailer, which is set for this Saturday in a livestream beginning at 10 AM PT. The rumor right now is that after the showcase event concludes, players will be able to sign up for a closed alpha that will begin not long after the event. This has yet to be confirmed by Bungie themselves, however. In case you're not up to date, Marathon is Bungie's upcoming player versus player extraction shooter that features heavily stylized art and will be the first game released by Bungie since they were acquired by Sony back in 2022. It's also a full reboot of the original Marathon series by Bungie that was released in the 1990s. This reboot will not have any single-player campaign, unfortunately. It will, however, be a multi-platform game releasing on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC when it's ready. The full reveal of Marathon is a very important moment for both Bungie and Sony. Sony's live service plans have all but fallen apart over the last year, with the high-profile failure of Concord and the cancellation of many in-development projects, including Naughty Dog's The Last of Us multiplayer project, Insomniac's multiplayer Spider-Man project, a rumored God of War live service game, and many more. Bungie itself has been struggling to retain players with Destiny 2, as the game continues to age and player sentiment with the studio hasn't been great as of late due to layoffs and the current roadmap for content in the game not exactly satisfying players. Sony made a massive investment in Bungie when they acquired the studio for $3.6 billion, and a lot of their future live service plans are tied to Bungie leading the way. If there's one studio that can do live service right, it's definitely Bungie. But the extraction genre has been notoriously difficult to break into, and I'm extremely curious as to how Bungie is going to elevate and fit into the genre with Marathon. There's a lot of potential here for Bungie, as there hasn't yet been an extraction game that has really hit the mainstream market. Most successful ones right now, like Escape from Tarkov, Hunt Showdown, and Dark and Darker, are very much geared towards more hardcore players. We'll have a good idea after Saturday of what the wider gaming community thinks about Bungie's next game. As a longtime fan of Bungie, so far, I haven't been too interested in Marathon, but I've also been enjoying more extraction games as of late, so I'm hoping there's something there for me to get excited about. It seems everyone besides EA wants Titanfall 3 to happen. This past week, rumors started circulating online that Titanfall 3 was real and was close to completion. The information came from two sources I've never personally heard of before, but news outlets jumped on it anyway, with some weirdly certain headlines that had a lot of people very excited. The claims were that Titanfall 3 is being built on Unreal Engine 5, would have a single-player campaign, returning multiplayer modes, and of course a battle pass. All the usual stuff you'd expect from a sequel, I suppose. According to Insider Gaming, the sources that leaked the information are known leakers in the Apex Legends community with decent track records. Unfortunately for them, Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb has come out this week and put those rumors to bed pretty definitively on his show, Game Breaking News.
I'm sorry, it's not real. Okay, so there is a Skunk Works team headed up by Titanfall 1 director Steve Fukuda. He's got a small team over there that is probably messing around with like games that have Titans in them, right? Now, is that going to get announced in 2025 and released in 2026? No way.
It has been reported numerous times now that Titanfall 3 was in development at some point and was cancelled. Something we've also heard here at Second Wind from co-host of our podcast DevHeads, Tina Sanchez, who worked at Respawn on Apex Legends herself.
When's a time where as a leader you had to go, I'm sorry guys, I need you to trust me. We got to do it this way.
I have a story about that thing. I was hired at Respawn to be their single player producer for Titanfall 3. And that was in development when I got there. And I saw the game, I played it, it was amazing. And then the team decided, hey, we're going to make this battle royale shooter. We got a map blocked out. It's fun as hell. We're going to kill Titanfall 3 and do this new game. And the whole studio was like, what? But it took, I want to say, like a month or two of just convincing and dragging people into making this game, which ended up, I think it worked out. But
It's a great game. Yeah. Very well received.
Titanfall is such a weird franchise. While the first game was okay, the second game was excellent, and still has one of the best single-player FPS campaigns of the last decade, in my opinion. It's a shame that EA botched the release so badly by stacking it up right alongside a Battlefield game. While there's a lot of clamoring for Titanfall 3 online, I'm not convinced that a third game in the series would do exceptionally well, especially right now in a completely oversaturated multiplayer FPS space filled with free-to-play titles. Not to mention that I would wager that most people playing Apex Legends have never touched Titanfall before. Despite these games being set in the same universe, they are completely different in tone and mechanics. I'm unsure of what kind of conversion would actually happen from Apex Legends fans to Titanfall should EA and Respawn decide to pursue a third title in the series at some point. It's a damn shame that the portion of the studio dedicated to FPS titles at Respawn hasn't gotten to do anything other than Apex Legends for years now though. Their most recent project was a Star Wars FPS game that EA cancelled back in early 2024. The other teams at Respawn are currently working on the third Jedi game and the soon-to-be-revealed tactical Star Wars strategy game that's in co-development with BitReactor. That game will be revealed in full at the upcoming Star Wars celebration on April 19th. You'll probably be hearing us talk a lot about Blueprints, the debut game from Tonda Ross and his studio Dogobomb. You may not have heard of it yet, but you will be as more people play and word of mouth spreads. It's a new puzzle mystery game that's kind of hard to explain, but mixes a lot of different genres together, including elements of deck builders, roguelites, point-and-click adventures, and more. It's an incredibly well-designed game that just captivates you with mystery after mystery and puzzle after puzzle that I couldn't put down for 30 plus hours. The game released yesterday, April 10th, and the reviews from the game's media world have been incredibly positive, with the game netting a 92 on Metacritic, making it the most positively reviewed game of 2025 and one of the best reviewed games of all time if the score keeps up. Blueprints is available on PS5 and included through PlayStation Plus, Steam, and Xbox Series S and X. I wanted to take this opportunity in Unpacked to highlight the game and also share some of my interview that I recently conducted with the game's developer, Tonda Ross. Blueprints has absolutely blown me away with its design. I've already written a video essay about it that should be up soon, and I also did an interview with Tonda Ross exclusively for our Patreon. Before Blueprints, Tonda Ross had never made a game before. He started on the game 8 years ago after he quit his job as a commercial producer in Hollywood, where he found success. From there, he built a working prototype of Blueprints in Unity in around 3 months and toiled away on the game in secret until he finally revealed it to the industry and media at GDC back in March of 2024. He was able to take the money he put away and work full-time on his dream project for the entirety of its development, and told me he could have released the game at around 3 years in, but in his unique position, took the time he had to really make it the game he wanted it to be. A developer's dream situation, honestly. The game is an incredible achievement design and vision, and it has really come out of nowhere to be one of the best games released this year, and potentially one of the highest rated games ever. Here's a little snippet of my interview with Tonda Ross. If you want to hear the whole story, you can get the interview right now over on our Patreon at our $5 tier. Yeah, no, I put 30 hours into the game and rolled credits on it once, and I felt like I haven't even touched like 10% of the puzzles yet. And I know I haven't because there were so many puzzles I came back to. It's like, I have no idea what this is leading to. Oh, this light bulb, what's going on here? It's, yeah, just absolutely incredible game. I'm really glad to have gotten to play it, and kind of knew when we saw it at GDC, like this thing's going to be on Game of the Year list, I think. Pretty easily.
I did hear you say that. I think someone sent me a clip in one of the podcasts, and I was thinking, like, I think you're the first person that said that, and I was thinking at the time, I was like, he's not wrong, but like he shouldn't know it yet. Like, I was like, I don't know, because you were only there for like 40 minutes.
Yeah. And that's all for this week in Unpacked. I'm still getting over this chest cold, so apologies for the more condensed stories again this week. Still on my docket to do the list of non-FromSoft Souls-like games, but just couldn't get to it this week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to take a look at our Patreon if you haven't recently. We've added sponsor-free videos to the $5 tier, I'm working on this new exclusive podcast series, Yahtzee just released an exclusive new lore read-through video on Mortal Kombat, and we've got more surprises in store for you later this month.
This video is brought to you by The Deadly Path, the unique fast-paced building management and roguelike RTS. In order to thrive in this underworld, you'll need to gather grim materials, construct diabolical defenses, and appease the rage of the demonic dread deities. I'm not sure if you've ever seen an angry dread deity, but let me tell you, they can be a real pain in the you-know-what. I'm talking about my ass. When you're not groveling at the hooves of these cosmic elder gods, you'll be expanding your base, upgrading your servants, and defending your domain from attackers and other unseen threats. What kinds of unseen threats, you ask? Well, first there's the dickheads, then there's the real and also 7 little sitting on top of making all sorts of. Head on over to Steam to pick up The Deadly Path today because these dread deities are restless, and you wouldn't like them when they're restless.